started in one of those Suzuki group classes where I had a teacher and she was just out of college or something, and I was with like 3 other girls, and we would sit there and have lessons on Saturday mornings.
I started when I was about like 4 years old, and it was kind of like an on and off thing.
It wasn't really my choice to start music. I think I come from a very musical family.
My parents, it's mainly my dad, and he tell me like, you have to understand the piece and you have to know what the piece is about. You can't just like play, oh yeah, this little triad of notes.
I think music for me is something that it's something I feel like I've invested a lot of time and energy into it, especially now. I feel like it's something that I'm proud of.
It's less like, oh, you have to do this scale, and more enjoy the music.
I would say that I'm not a great performer. I always get pretty nervous when I'm on stage and everything. But my best memories of music probably come from group settings. I also don't really do many sports, so I think you really get that team aspect of music, which I think people don't often see. I would say that music is very almost abstract, maybe, but it's something that it's kind of personal. It's not something that I can go into a practice room and I can play a couple measures and make them sound beautiful, and there's no one listening to me. I can choose to share with other people, but sometimes it's nice to just go and sit in a practice room and play and listen to yourself playing and be like, wow, I sound good. I love drawing and the visual arts. I've recently come to almost like a realization that art is something I can use to express my voice and express myself through, and I think for music it's the same way. And I think that music is just also like art, just you can express yourself. So I help coordinate this program that's called And Never Learned Strings, and what we do is we bus in kids from a nearby urban city, and we pair them up with students from our school, and we teach them piano, violin, and cello. We're not teaching these kids how to be prodigies. We're not teaching them, okay, so you're gonna need to practice 5 hours a day, you're gonna need to do this and this and this. It's more like we're giving them another outlet. We're teaching them music. We're teaching them to love and appreciate.
For every piece that I play, my mind just naturally starts constructing a story to fit it. I think I probably play my best music at night, because I've heard a lot of people say that at night is when you express your feelings the most, and it's basically when you would reveal the most about yourself. So I think that at night it's easier for me to play the piano and express myself. Also, there are pop music songs that are they do have meaning, except for classical music, because there are no words, and so then things are expressed in a different way. You can't just listen to the lyrics and go, oh, I know what the song is about. When it's instrumental, you really have to listen and just feel it, rather than go, oh, this note is a C, this one's a B, this lyrics is this. You have to feel what the notes are. You just have to kind of understand it in a way, and then you form your own lyrics in your mind, or story for me, to the song. I would say if you're a 4-year-old kid and your parents are forcing you to learn the piano, I would say to go for it anyway, because when you're older and then things get more complicated, I guess, piano is kind of like this piece, this little refuge for you to disappear into. It's music, because especially classical music, it is your voice. When you are playing a piece on, say, the piano, you are the one who you're crafting it to your own, and it might be someone else's piece, but you are interpreting it in your own way, no matter if it's Mozart or Beethoven who wrote it or composed it. And even listening to other classical music, you are interpreting it in your own way. There are no lyrics there to tell you how to feel, and so everyone kind of feels, they feel something similar, but is never actually the same. So it's always your own choice. Where words fail, music speaks.
Where words fail, music speaks.
There are certain things in life where you can't really express it in words. Like, for example, say something like, I love you.
In concerts, I think that's a big way. Playing for your parents, I think, is a big way of saying thank you. Thank you for driving me to rehearsals. Thank you for making me do this.